Jackie Mwaba, who's based in Nairobi, Kenya, with a microfinance organization called Worth, which is a division of a US-based nonprofit called PACT. And Worth is focused on women economical empowerment, combining literacy, savings-led village banking, and micro-enterprises. So I'm very pleased to have Jackie with us. She's actually from Zambia originally and started and ran the Worth program in Zambia before moving to Nairobi. So she can give us both perspectives, I hope.
I'll give an example of 3 country programs that we are in that are funded by USAID. This is a obviously program in Tanzania, in Uganda, and in Zambia, where I implemented it myself with my team. What we discovered is that at the beginning of the program, women are very, very skeptical. They feel shy. Immediately you start talking about saving and putting money together, they will say, I failed to send children to school, but where will I find money to save? But as I mentioned, through use of APA, or appreciative inquiry, other people mention it, we see a drastic change of a woman being able to transform from being shy to being upright and telling you her vision. It inspires me. It keeps me going to see this woman bright, happy. I'll give you an example of one of our youngest members. She was 12 years old. She lived with her father, who was HIV positive. All her parents, all the relatives thought the father would die, and therefore they would take up the responsibility of looking after her. When we were just trying to get into the community, and there was all this sensitization and all that, the father heard of that and decided to invest in her daughter, because these groups are for women. And she said, my girl, one day she will become a woman and might die one day. And she approached one of our partner organizations so that she can also be part of the group. And well, she was welcomed. The girl was very consistent. The father used to work very, very hard to look for money for her to save. And I need to mention also that the type of saving, the women themselves come up with their own rules, their own amounts, and it has to be that amount where every woman can be able to do or to pay. And this girl used to pay every week. She managed to get a loan, bought a camera, and started taking photos. From this little income, she bought shoes. She never had shoes. And so one day, I saw an advert in the paper from one of the mobile companies. They wanted to have a story, and they called the project Touching Lives. And so I wrote a story about her. They called me and said, Jackie, we want to see this girl. We went together. And they looked at the type of house. They saw the father. We went to her school. She used to walk 5 kilometers to the school, 5 kilometers back, 1.5 kilometers to go and draw water. So if you calculate 10 kilometers to school, 3 kilometers to go and draw water, that was too much for a little girl at 12 years. And so her story was shortlisted. And the time I was leaving Zambia going to Kenya, I received a call on my mobile phone to say, we are going to build a house for her. We are going to pay for her school fees for 1 year. The father was given a telephone booth so that she can be making money. They were to furnish the house. Her father and herself lived in a one-roomed house. She was the nurse of her father. She knew what time the father had to take the ARVs. The father was asthmatic. She never knew how to play. She was a grown-up woman. So that is what worth can do. I'll give an example of Africa. Most of the developmental programs, they are more in handout. They'll give clothes, they'll give grain, they'll give whatever, be it food or non-food items. Maybe for a period of 2 years or 3 years, and thereafter they leave. They will leave a community being dependent on another program. But we come in and say, it's high time you stood on your 2 feet and made a difference. So we only accept women that are ready to change their lives, that are ready to make a difference in their lives, because we are based on the premise that dependence is not empowerment. We work with women, we work with various women who have orphans and vulnerable children with them. And so if a woman does not want to work hard, nobody is going to change her life. As they meet, as the women meet, they start discussing a lot of things that affect them. For instance, girls' education, spousal abuse, and any other challenge that might be in the community. It gives them a platform in which to air their grievances, and they become agents of social change. We call the day when the women come together to serve, we call it a banking day. And this is a village banking day. Get back. This box that you see has 3 locks. They have 4 management committee members, they are leaders. The chairperson of a group keeps a key to one lock. The secretary keeps another key to another lock. The controller keeps a key to another lock. The treasurer just keeps the box. And this box can only be opened in front of everybody when 4 of them are present. You can see that the women are saving. Take a look at the old woman there. She learned how to read and write, and she's a treasurer for that group. The women meet anywhere. They can meet at a tree, they can meet at a classroom, wherever. So that is, the women are coming in front and, saving or getting loans or paying back. Every woman has a passbook, and women are proud because they never thought in their lives that they can ever have a passbook. They are proud. They get back home. We are told that even their husbands are happy. They are proud to talk about their passbooks. They say, this is my passbook. I have so much money,